What is good, YouTube? It's the boy Jay Feeding, guys, and today we back with another video. He tried to make the internet hate his ex. Let's see what this video is about. Shout out to Omizi, man. Let's go.
Now, I don't know what it's gonna take personally. Maybe it needs to be some sort of education reform, or maybe there needs to be some sort of like intervention from the government or something like that. But we cannot continue to keep dating the way that we date in 2025. Now, it's not all of us, but some people are making it harder than rocket science. That's probably why there's a loneliness epidemic. Now, there's a few things to consider before we get into the video. When do you start doing relationship things versus just dating things? In this week's relationship argument scenario, there was a dishwashing disagreement that turned into a whole internet debate, and I've got to see your opinions on this one.
Imagine being told by a woman you're dating and no longer dating that you're undeserving of the bare minimum. Just for context, I own my own home. I cook, I clean, I run the entire household. I also drove her from point A to point B in my Mercedes-Benz at that. Just, you know, not a flex, just for context. I was just told by her, in order for her to contribute in the household, in not a monetary way at all, because also she doesn't live by herself. I don't want to say it like this, but she didn't finish school. She doesn't have a career. And all I ask is to wash the dishes after I cook.
Now, this one should be open and dry, shut and close, case dismissed. To me, from my perspective off of here.
Yeah, Shawty, just wash the dishes, bro. Come on. Like, we're a team. Make the team work, dream work. We all know that it's two sides of a story, man.
Those first 40 seconds, if you cook, I clean. If I clean, you cook. There should be some sort of balance in partnership. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And hell, even before you get into the full-on dating stage, that is just basic friendship or basic, I don't know, human beings being nice to each other. I scratch your back. Guess what? When my back is itchy, come and scratch mine.
With that point, does it mean that when we go on a date, you should pay the bill? Like, should we split the bill 50-50? I bought the food, we should split the bill 50-50. Or are you going home with me? Because the date is still a one-way street, you know. But I feel like if you ask a person on a date, you should be the one who pays.
What the hell?
I'm not asking you for anything, but if you want to be my girlfriend, and she says she wants a relationship out of me, but there's certain tiers that I have to get to, and I've already told you what I require as a man. I want a partner. I don't want to babysit.
Yeah.
But you're telling me that I have to reach a certain tier before I get there? Oh, me cooking and cleaning and scrubbing the floors has not gotten me to that tier? I think I'm done dating. I think I'm good. I think like the hyper independence, it's a poor quality at times, but it prevents me from having situations like this.
Now, I think he makes a lot of valid points, and we're just consuming his perspective as of right now. But you own your own home, which isn't really even relevant in this conversation. You scrub the floors and cook and clean, maintain. All that is honestly, to me, a little bit irrelevant. Not that it, you know, isn't irrelevant to the grand scheme of things, but on the surface level, if we are working towards a partnership, or we're in a partnership, or hell, we're friends, we're together, whatever the case may be, if I wash your back, you wash mine. If I go to an establishment where there are two doors, unless it is a woman, chivalry still exists in my life, you know. But for the most part, if there are two doors, I open one, the person goes in, the person that goes in opens the next one for me. That's just the way that things work. I do believe that there is some sort of hyper independent situation going on in America that, you know, has everybody thinking that they have to do everything by themselves all the time until they are at that finish line. And to me, that's not true. That in and of itself is super detrimental for people trying to build successful and healthy and sustainable relationships. It breeds anger. It breeds resentment. You don't want to be that person that's always taking and never giving back. You don't always want to
you never want to be that person, regardless of if it's a relationship. Because even in friendships, if you're always that person who's always taking, you're gonna be resented by the friend group. They're definitely gonna talk smack about you in the back, bro. Not that I've been that person, but I've seen that happen.
The receiver. And listen, I do understand the concept of tiers when getting to know someone. You know, I'm not bringing the person that I just met yesterday and we went on a coffee date today to meet my parents on Friday. Like, that doesn't make any sense. So you do have to work up to some things, you know, living together, talking about finances, all those different things. But the bare minimum of washing dishes, I think that that's crazy.
So now I need to know what you all think, of course, because if you heard the video, he invited this young lady to his home, right? His home that he maintains. So what I don't understand is why you're expecting wifely duties from someone that you're just courting at the moment. If this is the standard, we're all fucked. And to bring up
No. Shawty, stop. it really depends. If I'm bringing you to my house and I'm like, okay, cool, I'm gonna make you dinner, blah, 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 blah. It's my first time bringing you. For sure, I don't expect you to wash the dishes. It will be cool if you do, but I don't think it's a deal breaker if you don't wash the dishes. But if I'm courting you, I'm actively courting you, like what? In the process of courting each other, keyword each other, that means you gotta show me that you are wife material, okay? So if I'm cooking, at least wash the dishes. If we went on 2 or 3 dates, at least wash the dishes. Oh yeah, let me just hit one of those. At least show me that I should take you seriously. You know what I mean? Offer. I could say no, but offer something like that.
That she didn't finish school, no job, drove her around in your Benz. It just seems a little shallow to me. Talking about for context. Well, the beginning of my video was for context too. Now, since he's posted the video, he deleted it. It received too much negative backlash, but I got it before it got gone. There's just no way that I'd invite someone to my home that I pay for and expect them to wash dishes after I've cooked for them. Now, if they do it on their own accord, just to be kind, great, but I would never expect that from someone.
Point made. She's right though. She's right. I didn't know it was just a coffee date, like he just met this girl, but she is right. It would be nice if you can offer to wash my dishes, like after I cook. It would be nice.
Someone, and neither should you.
Now, I will say this. He was belittling her in his speech. I don't think that her not finishing school or anything has to do with the situation at hand. I don't agree with that at all. The Mercedes-Benz, he's just flexing. Don't get me wrong. Buddy here has his own issues. But what I do not agree with is that washing dishes is wifely duties. And see, this is the problem that I have with all these gender roles and all these other things like that. If being a wife is washing dishes, then my God, we have a bigger problem on our hands. I don't think that participating in the household is wifely duties. I don't know. Maybe there needed to be more context about how long they were dating or, you know, where they are, the relationship, et cetera, to make a clear and definitive statement. But I'm going to be honest with you, and maybe it's because I'm a man. If I was invited to a young lady's house and I saw that the trash can was full, even though that she takes care of all the household things, I'm still going to do this duty of taking out the trash, or at least volunteering to take out the trash.
Like sometimes you could be like visiting a girl and you're just at her house and maybe like she spills water, she doesn't notice, you just go and clean it up, bro. You just do it out of your like kind heart, you know, even if you guys are not dating. Yeah.
And I wouldn't consider that to be husbandly duties. I would think that I would just be being a nice and kind person. Hey, you fed me, you invited me into your home, let me take out the trash. Now, but the greatest thing about the internet is that we always get two sides of the story.
Oh, thank God. Let's hear what she has to say.
Now, we do have the person that he's talking about reacting to the situation, and hopefully I don't get cooked by what she says.
This man got on the internet because I didn't want to wash his dishes. He made a video about me, and I have a lot to say. Me and him dated for about 2 months in total.
2 months? Okay. Before she goes ahead and says something, in 2 months, I would expect you to wash my dishes, bro. 2 months is a while. 2 months is a while, bro. That's me personally.
He stated how I said he's undeserving of the bare minimum, which I never said.
Okay.
I said there's different tiers to a relationship, and the same way you wouldn't do certain things for a friend, but you would for your best friend, is the same concept when it comes to relationships.
Okay.
And the fact that you have to state, oh, I didn't have a career, I didn't finish school. You know my situation. You know why.
Yeah,
things.
he's wrong for that.
And you know that it hurts me to like that. I don't want to cry. But you know the situation why that is. So for you to come up here and state that to belittle me was hurtful. And that was a low blow. And if that's something you didn't want to deal with, then you could have just left. You also said that, all I cook, I clean, I maintain my household. Your household. He said, all I ask is for her to wash the dishes. I wash the dishes. I never had a problem washing said dishes.
Now, I will say so far, she's 1,000% correct. Like, if she washed the dishes, if they had a discussion about why she's...
She says she did wash the dishes. So why is Brody tripping?
In a situation which I thought was unnecessary in the first place anyway. She's 1,000% correct. When we get to these tier things, maybe she'll break it down. But so far, she's 1,000% correct. He's getting chopped up.
I just want to add, he has a dishwasher, okay?
I'm hearing this girl's side of the story, and it's making me think that it's a little bit more deeper than dishes that's going on here, man. I feel like he's tripping. Maybe she said something, or maybe she doesn't feel him no more. I feel like it's deeper than dishes, or coming from insecurity, especially the fact that this guy had to flex and say that he has a Mercedes-Benz. Like, this might be deeper than just dishes.
Eating it up. I was like, damn, she couldn't even. But you're not correcting them. You're just letting them roll with that story. That's crazy to me. That's what really pissed me off. I'll sit up there and act like I never asked, like, hey, what do you need help with? Like, oh, what do you have to do today so that I can help? I really do need help in the kitchen. Like, I would ask, what do you need help with? Because I do not live with you. I'm not your girlfriend. I don't know.
Shadi must have seen the insecurities.
I don't live there. Like, if I lived there, I'm like, oh, this gotta be done. But I don't. So if you do not tell me what you need help with, I cannot help you, and that's just what it is. Especially since I don't live with you.
Oh, I
him
think
in
I
the comments
understand
was like, yeah, she was even doing her laundry at my house. Yeah, and I did yours too because I was already doing laundry. It didn't matter. Whatever. Honestly, I didn't see the red flags, but I wanted to make it work. For you to come on the internet and make a claim and then have everyone coming at me, but you turned the comments off because the girls was eating you up. Because really and truly, I didn't have to do those things. I did them because I wanted to. So I don't like that narrative that you painted.
I think I understand what's going on now. So he wanted this person, this young lady in question, to go ahead and be more forthcoming with her acts of service when it comes to him. Now, I think that is out of pocket. Doing things out of generosity. Hey, I'm washing my clothes, and it seems like they were deeper into the trenches than he let it on to even believe. But if I'm washing my clothes, your clothes are right there. I'm doing darks. These are darks. Let's put them all together. That all makes sense to me. But I will say, if y'all are just sitting on the couch and something is a mess and you assume that she's going to hop up and just clean those things, that right there, that is where the line is just like, okay, this is too much.
Yeah,
so far as just he say, she say, but the main conversation that I have coming out of this is the concept of tiers. If I had to say that one person was right so far, I would say that the younger woman is absolutely correct. There are tiers, and I think that a lot of people in dating don't understand that you just don't give it all up to somebody in the beginning. That's how you ultimately get to
facts. They are tiers in a relationship, y'all. I know I said that 2 weeks. I expect you to wash the dishes. No, I don't expect you to do it. It's just out of the courtesy of your own heart. And now this lady is explaining these tiers and stuff, but they seem to be already at that tier where she's washing the dishes because she's doing his laundry too. It just seems like the guy did not tell her to wash the dishes and he just expects her to do it. That's where the guy's problem is. They seem like they were already at that tier.
Taken advantage of, because if you don't establish these boundaries, these guidelines, hey, this is what I'm gonna do, and once we progress into the relationship, then I'm going to give the next level or whatever the case may be, then yeah, absolutely. Tiers exist in relationships for a reason.
Oh, well, she didn't finish school.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a career. She doesn't live alone. Mind you, they're in New York. A bunch of people don't live alone in New York.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why did you bring that up? Did you bring that up to shame her?
That's a good question.
Say you lowered your standards to be with her? Like, what was the point?
What was the point?
She posts a video.
What was the point, guys? Why would this guy need to mention that this girl is broke? Let me say, he belittled her. Why did he need to do that? I feel like this guy is very insecure, and it comes from something that happened that they're not going to tell us about, or we're going to find out.
Cheesy says they only dated for 2 months. I don't know about you. If I just started dating somebody, we 2 months in, we're not even girlfriend or boyfriend, you're not in my home, let alone washing dishes in my house. Strange. But she said they only dated for 2 months. She would ask him, is there anything I can do to help?
Yeah.
You know, when she was in his house, when he would do certain things. And she said there's tiers to dating. That's true. Everybody knows that. You don't just start dating and do all of this stuff and go above and beyond for somebody off rip. Even most men know that.
To me, he showed his hand when he was being very insecure or even wanting to get some brownie or sympathy points from the community at large by saying or insinuating that he was taking care of her in some sort of way. I don't even know their age. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if they were in their early or mid 20s. That also doesn't seem strange in this economy to not be living by yourself, especially when you add on to the fact that they're from New York. Like, he did definitely lose us in this conversation. To address the elephant in the room, when do you start dating and upgrading people's tiers and responsibilities and stuff like that? 2 months of casual dating, expecting these relationship things, I think is just way too soon. That's way too much.
You think so?
Shamar would say, that's...
I'm thinking of it in the sense of like, it is actually dating. I was thinking that this person was a girlfriend or they were approaching that relationship phase. It's kind of weird how dating actually works. We sometimes forget that dating is not girlfriend and boyfriend. Dating is trying to give its courtship. I feel like I gotta see your strongest qualities in that courtship phase. The way this guy went about it is weird, But if the shawty was already asking, can I wash, like, what do you want me to do? She was already doing the laundry. I feel like she showed those good qualities that are needed in a relationship, in my opinion.
It's too fast, mamas. At that point, people are looking at you thinking that they can take advantage of you. I do think that it's actually scary that this young man had this woman in his house, open to his own personal private space that apparently he is proud to own and, you know, have cultivated or whatever. And is just letting it go, you know, wherever it needs to be by letting whatever woman in his place and space like that. I think that's scary. Plus, I also don't know your cleaning style, so I probably wouldn't have allowed you to, you know.
I wouldn't have thought of that. Do
my dishes. And hell, maybe he's trying to get it out the way fast. Let me see how you do these dishes, because I need to know if you are able to continue on. But I'm not allowing that stuff to happen 2 months into me dating you. That's just me. I'm upgrading the tiers based off of how you're responding to different things. I don't think in a on again, off again thing I would have seen those responses, but it just depends on how you respond to different things. You know, different scenarios, different situations, what I know about you, how long did I know before. If I've known you for a long time before we start dating, I see you in a bunch of different scenarios and I trust you, okay, of course I might upgrade you to, I don't know, coming to my place, or you know, then spending the night, or, you know, visiting and seeing my parent, or whatever the case may be. But it all
sometimes shawty can spend the night first day we meet.
The situations that I'm giving out. Now, the real topic matter at hand is, why the hell are people being so messy on the internet, specifically men with their relationship problems?
Your content is gonna flop. It's gonna flop every single time. Controversy is currency on this
He's
app.
a sus ass nigga though. I don't even cap, bruh. What is bro wearing, dog?
Application.
I can see that being hard, but maybe if it was a long sleeve, but bro, I don't know.
Last time you saw me or one of my videos came across your page with like hundreds of thousands of views, I was calling my former employer the White Collar Plantation. If it's not a thirst trap, a criticism, a harsh think piece, shade room like discourse, for the most part accusing somebody of like a different sexuality, it's gonna flop. Here's the gag.
I don't like
Was
this
that my
guy.
truth?
I just don't like him
Absolutely.
already.
Did I want to be known as the guy that stays calling his employer the White Collar Plantation? No, for obvious reasons. And God forbid you have some talent or some sort of like, or you're trying to disseminate important information to like a group of people, like my people.
Yo, I don't like those
nobody
guys,
ever
man.
sees it.
Oh my days. I just don't like him. Like the way he is acting and everything. I know I don't know the person, but in my experience, people like this guy, who act like this guy, who talk like this guy. I just cannot be around them, bro, because they're those type of people. When they have a conversation with you, they get deep and start throwing all these facts, and you just like, okay, bro, like I don't like these type of people.
God forbid you try to disseminate information like how to interior design or how to purchase your first property and decorate it. Nah, y'all ain't seeing that. But let me call my next employer. Wow, this is a little bit of a White Collar Plantation.
Nah, this nigga sus. I'm telling y'all, this nigga gay. That's why he was pressed. He's gay. There's no way he's not gay. Did y'all see that? Look at that. Listen, guys. I'm all for the gay niggas. Just be gay. But don't hide it. We can see it, bro. And I have a very good gay radar, bro.
Let me call my next employer. Wow, this is a little bit of a White Collar Plantation.
That nigga likes niggas. I'm telling y'all.
Everybody's gonna see the video.
So the reason that he decided to divulge his internet relationship drama is because he knew that being messy online would lead to some sort of clicks and views. I don't know. To me, it sounds like he has his own personal problems, and it's getting bigger and bigger by the day. I do think that there is some
needs to
validity
be himself.
You know, online discourse that says that, oh, I have to spill my deepest, darkest secrets, my love life, you know, tell more about myself in order to generate clicks, views, and likes. But ultimately, to me, when I see stuff like that, I see people that are not only not creative, but are just desperate for attention and would do anything, even lie on themselves and make themselves look bad in order to make some sort of views or clicks or whatever the case may be. And trust me, he's not the only one. There are plenty of people who make compilations or videos or story times about when dating goes wrong.
So there's a few things that I don't do as a married woman.
Okay.
Number 1, I do not cook for my husband. I only cook for my children. Number 2, I do not help him pay any bills. His job is to provide for his family, so I am not
God, please
financially.
make sure I never come in contact with this type of women, yo, like, I don't mind paying the bills, bro, but you're not gonna cook for me? Oh my days, God, please let me never come in contact with this type of woman ever in my life.
Contributing to any of the bills. Number 3, I do not do his laundry. I have my own laundry and my children's laundry to do, so he could do his own. I won't help him put it away. I won't help him fold anything. Like, that's his responsibility. I'm not gonna enable a perfectly grown ass adult.
Type is wealthy
talking
and consistent.
shit, bro. How can you say that, bro? You are my wife. This is what is expected from you. I'm gonna bring in the rags. I'm gonna make sure your nails are there. I'm gonna make sure everybody's fed in the family. But the groceries that I buy with my money, you're not gonna cook for me food. You're not gonna do my laundry. I'm supposed to go grind, make sure that you have some money coming in. I'm supposed to make sure everything is good. Even if you have a job as well, I'm gonna make sure that money from that job, you don't even have to spend it on these bills. I can understand they're not paying bills. I don't mind paying the bills, but for you not to cook for me, for you not to do my laundry, that's wild, bro. I never want to come in contact with that type of woman. And whoever she's married to, hey man, you are very strong. My type is wealthy and consistent. Shawty, your type should be the gym. You know what I'm saying?
If you got money to spend on me and you're consistent with me, that means texting me once a day, calling me once a day, then you're my type. Call me.
And I think that that's too much.
I know she's rage baiting because she knows that it's gonna cause controversy. So I'm not even gonna go out and spaz on her because that's exactly what she's trying to do. Because she knows, she knows she's rage baiting. She's doing that on purpose.
Because ultimately, you are telling your one-sided narrative about a person who the internet doesn't know just for them to do what? Rag on you? No, I understand why people are doing it. It's because they're seeking some sort of validation to, confirm their beliefs and make sure that they are on the right side of the story. One thing I do love is that the internet...
If you can't validate yourself, you're dead, bro. You were a slave to the world if you can't validate yourself, bro.
Internet will hold you accountable for your actions and ultimately hopefully make you a better dater in the long run. But there's something mentally wrong with these people who try to run to the internet every time something goes wrong or not in their favor or whatever the case may be, and try to gain some sort of sympathy points. We talked about it with the TikTok roommate. He didn't go there looking for any sort of real resolution. He went there trying to embarrass a kid who was just trying to be a polite roommate. This square loser in the video that we just talked about, he didn't come to the internet to find some sort of real validation or criticism or ways that he